Yeah, I'm recording. Hi. So, hi, I'm Angel. This is my girlfriend Johnny, and today we're gonna show you a little present that we got for ourselves. It's a little plakat, like he's sort of a rescue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's a rescue. The guy in the fish tub is my regular like local pet shop, and he gave it to us because he's not selling it. He's came in with like some type of sickness. Hopefully, someone in the comments, if someone sees this and recognizes what it is, can tell us exactly what's the problem with him. But yeah, he's gonna be going in this 60-liter fish tank, so he's gonna have plenty of space. We're going to give it a little escape and maybe some tank mix. We'll see how that goes. We're gonna keep an eye on that, but yeah. And he's gonna go into this tiny little nano stand. That's just like tannins from the piece of wood that I put there. I'm gonna take all that out and just take him there for a little bit so that he's not in that tiny cup. But yeah, let's go. Oh, these are holding a tank for holding some plants, but this one's gonna change. It's gonna be also for a different betta. Hopefully you're also gonna be seeing that video pretty much coming out at pretty much the same time as this one, so hopefully you can also watch that. And yeah, let's get on with it. Putting him in that tiny one, he's gonna be there only for a few hours probably. The temperature in this room is around 27 because it's summer here, so she should be completely fine. We're using the water for another fish tank that's already like cycle and whatnot. Might also put a little sponge filter that is already sealed with beneficial bacteria, so he should be completely fine. I'll also be adding some catappa leaves, and hopefully he'll be totally fine.
So this is Indigo, who is our blue Plakat Betta, and we found him in a pet store and I fell in love with him. However, he had this strange lump on his back fin, at the bottom of his back fin, and we were unsure as to what was wrong. However, the man who owned the pet shop said that he had taken him home and cared for him for 3 months, and the lump was still there. However, it didn't look like it was a problem at all, and the scales started to grow over it. And so he said that he was perfectly healthy, perfectly well looked after and cared for, and we could bring him home that day if we wanted. Because Angel, my partner, knows the man like really well, so he was like, hey, just take him home and give him a good home. And so we took him home, and we didn't have a tank set up for him, so we decided this was the perfect time to set up a betta tank.
Okay, I want to show you guys here that I think is really cool. See how it's growing like immersed from water. It's so cool. It's like a different shape of leaf, which is of course normal, but I found it to be really interesting. This is the fish tank where we're putting him. We're moving them into a new setup soon, so we're gonna take them out today. So yeah, and he's gonna be in here after a little escape.
It was at this stage that we started setting up the temporary tank for him to stay in while we set up his main one.
I'm gonna be adding some of this Pussyphilandra in, just so he has some vegetation inside. I also have some Luguria palustris that I'm gonna be using for another setup, but just for today or for a few hours, it's gonna have them there, just so he has some coverage. And I'm gonna add some Lignophila so that it bends at the top and he has extra coverage there. I still want to be able to see him and monitor him. I'm gonna be adding one of these since he's a bit sick. Or no, he's not sick, he's completely healthy, but he still has, you know, some issues, so I'm gonna use some catappa leaves. Oh, you can also acclimate him first. So just put him there. and stay there for the next 15 to 20 minutes.
We had this old 155 litre rub in which we were going to put the baby guppies, and we actually have a build idea for this for in the future, so be sure to like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you can see our update. As well as housing all of our baby guppies, we also used it as kind of like a plant quarantine / growth bath. Aquascape meant a change of greenery in the original tank, therefore all of the lymphophilia, heterophilia that used to be there was removed, only leaving a small amount of it at the back. I added in some driftwood, one to the left side of the tank and one massive log to the center of the tank as the main piece. And of course we added in a sponge filter. The theme I was going for was like a fallen tree and a forest. I added in some Anubia Nana coin. This build was mainly different types of Anubia, as I love the plant. It's so simple but it's so effective and it really looks like it's from a forest. I added some Anubias bartray. Some more Anubias. Even more Anubias. And I tried to put as much Anubia as I could on the main centerpiece so it looked like, again, a fallen tree and to try and give it some life. And I personally think it turned out pretty good. At this stage I really just played around with the composition of the plants and attached some glue to the roots of the plants, and eventually the plants themselves will actually root to the piece of wood. I also added some Anubia Nana bonsai, and I just love this little plant. I think it's super cute, and again, different shapes, different sizes and variety of Anubia really just made the place look natural. It was at this point that my partner started to drain the water entirely in the tank so we could just kind of start afresh and clean up any excess fish poop. And then we started to slowly but surely fill up the tank. We boiled and added some catappa leaves as it is good for regulation of pH in a betta tank, tannoids, and also it just makes sure that the betta is perfectly healthy and helps to make sure he's healthy. My partner set up a sponge filter and we also added an air stone. However, we needed to replace the air stone, so we ended up doing that the very next day. As you can see, this is the end result of the tank with the Anubia and the Lymphophilia, and also with the wood, and I have to say I absolutely love it. I think it's going to be super cool seeing him contrast on the green leaves, and yeah, I'm really pleased with the outcome.
For this fish tank, we're gonna be using some aquascape to remove the chlorine and any other toxic substances from the water, and some beneficial bacteria. I'm also using 2 other bottles from Sikkim. One is the microbe traces fertilizer, and the other one is some comprehensive carbon.
And now we will stop talking and we will let you see the end result.